This is a really, really big breakthrough. You can now fill in a VPAT using AI inside of Accessibility Tracker. Whether you are issuing ACRs to clients or you're an organization that is issuing your own ACRs, this can save you hours per project. On the screen with me, we have a sample accessibility conformance report. And so, starting at the top, of course, we have the details section. So we have the name of the product, the report date, the product description, contact information, notes, scope, and then evaluation methods used. This is all filled in. And then scrolling down, we get to the accessibility table and we can see that it is completely filled in. And then so we're looking at the conformance level and we can see that there are several criteria that are marked as does not support. And that is because I only validated a few of the issues in the audit report before I generated the VPAT. So the less issues you remediate and validate, then the more issues that are going to show up in your ACR. But just going through these criteria marked as does not support, we can see that we have a full remarks and explanations column. And then there are also, of course, criteria that are marked as supports. And then here it reads, no issues were identified for this criterion. And I'm just going to scroll down to show you this entire table is filled out. And so we can see here, there are several issues marked as does not support. And again, that's because I only validated a few of the issues. The audit report is online inside of the Accessibility Tracker dashboard. So you can go ahead and update the issues. Once you update the issues and they're validated, then those issues are no longer going to reflect in your AI generated VPAT. And then, so just scrolling down, we get to the final page, which is a legal disclaimer. This is optional, but you could also fill this in if you wanted to. So this is the ACR in Microsoft Word format. We also have the online version. So this is the HTML version. And so here we can see this is very much similar to the Microsoft Word version that we were just looking at. And so we see the details section. We also see the accessibility table. Again, this is filled in. So again, this is just the same ACR, but it's two different formats. So if you want to share your ACR online, you can do that with the link, or you can just download the ACR in Word format. So to show you where we're starting from, I've now tabbed to the sample accessibility audit report that I used to generate this VPAT. And so here with this audit report, we can see it is very detailed. And by the way, there are 123 issues in this audit report. So I'm just scrolling down for effect. And so we can see there are many, many issues, but the important part is that we have this very valuable audit report data. So we can see here that there are so many columns that are filled in. So we have the issue number, the page title, the page URL, the environment, the associated WCAG success criterion, the issue title, the issue description, the applicable code for the issue, the users affected, the recommended fix, a notes column, and then there's also a column for a screenshot or a screen recording. This data is all here. It's extracted into by Accessibility Tracker, and then AI can analyze this data. So what's happening is once Accessibility Tracker, you upload the report to Accessibility Tracker, then you'll have the audit report really online. So it becomes dynamic, and what you can do is you can update the status of each issue. As you update the status to more of the issues to validated, those issues, as I said earlier, they're no longer going to reflect on your AI generated VPAT. And of course, Accessibility Tracker does so much more inside of Tracker. Now your progress is going to reflect all of the issues that you've already worked through. But now going back to Accessibility Tracker, we're going to look at really the draft here for the VPAT. And so again, this is all of the same information. I'm just scrolling down to show you that we have a draft inside of Accessibility Tracker. This draft is going to be reviewed. What is so important is that it's manually reviewed because we want to ensure accuracy and completeness. And we know that AI can make errors and omissions. So because of that, we need to have the the VPAT manually reviewed before we can have that ACR. So that is so important. But what is extremely helpful is AI is going to accelerate the process of filling in the VPAT. And so on this page, what we can see is we can edit the VPAT. So AI has generated the VPAT. We manually review. We see that there are some things that we need to go ahead and edit for accuracy or completeness. And so we can just scroll down and we can change anything we'd like. So just going here, we can go ahead and change the conformance level of any criteria. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to partially supports. We can also change the remarks and explanations. So if I want to change what it is, I can delete this entirely, or I can just make the edit. It's all here inside of the dashboard. This makes filling in a VPAT so much easier. It's all inside of Accessibility Tracker. So I've got another video where I take you step by step from uploading your accessibility audit report to ending up with the ACR. But we've gone through many uh, much of the flow and the considerations you want to have when you are using the AI to generate your VPAT. Uh, this is available for any paid plan on Accessibility Tracker. And so one important note is that Accessibility Tracker is an audit-based platform. This is different from virtually every other accessibility platform in the marketplace because those are scan based. So we don't want our projects to be based on scan results because, of course, scans are very limited. Scans can only reliably flag 13% of WCAG 2.2 AA success criteria. So because of that, we don't want to rely upon a scan to track progress, and we definitely don't want to use a scan to fill in a VPAT. We want to work from complete information, complete data, and that is why we work from an accessibility audit report. So now you're going to upload your audit report. Once you do that, really everything opens up for your accessibility project, including the ability to generate a VPAT that is filled in. You'll manually review it. Once you review it, ensure accuracy and completeness, you can publish it, and then it becomes an accessibility conformance report. So there's so much more that we are working on. We are not stopping here. This is already the best platform on the market by far, but we are not stopping. We're going to keep adding to this in 2026. So what I've showed you is AI generation for the WCAG edition of the VPAT. We're going to work on other editions of the VPAT, but there's so much more coming. We're not stopping, but definitely sign up for Accessibility Tracker. Make use of this. I will include a link to Accessibility Tracker in the description. It's accessibilitytracker.com.